Hey, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3 legs of success. That is a image that one of our upline superstar directors created, and then I added in one more section to that. And basically what it stands for is that a successful Scentsy consultant focuses on building systems around these 3 legs to have a very strong business. And then the fourth part is something that is important for everybody as well. So I'm going to share my screen and go over this super quick. Hopefully this is not the first time that you have ever heard it before. All right, so the 3 legs of the success, the first leg is sales. You guys know that. You wouldn't have gotten to director without it, but let me tell you something. Everything in this business rises and falls with sales. If you are having trouble with sponsoring, your sales are likely not very high. High sales equals new teammates. So I always tell anybody in my downline, if they're saying that they can't sponsor, but they're barely getting in their 500, they need to take it back to basics. They need to go back to sales and start having that 2000 PRV, pushing them to get there. And from that, that is when new teammates are going to come. The next leg of success is sponsoring. It goes into lots and lots of details there. One of the number one things I see with directors is that they stop sponsoring themselves. They feel like, or I would just say that they kind of like get so overwhelmed or so encompassed in being a director that they forget to work their personal business. And when you become a director, you still have to do that. We all start back at 0 as a certified consultant at the beginning of every single month. And so those goals for sales and sponsoring can never change. Continue to sponsor, never stop. And the third leg of the stool is coaching. This is going to look different for everybody, but there is a big, big difference in coaching someone and training someone. If you don't want to call it coaching, call it mentoring. Training is done as a group. Coaching is done one-on-one, or maybe 1 and 2 other people. Leaders are not just found, leaders are created. Some people need, or I would say that most leaders do need coaching. They're not going to need a lot of coaching if they're really ready and they're really hungry, but you definitely have to be mentoring your team. Mentoring your team is a must to grow. And then the last leg is self-care. Self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Don't let self-care go on the back burner. Feed your brain every single day with something. It doesn't even just have to be for business. It can be scripture, it can be podcasts, it can be a Scentsy training. But remember that we do this business to have freedom, not to work ourselves to death. Even though a lot of us really, really love that, or really, really love working Scentsy, you definitely have to make sure that you are taking a break, you're relaxing, you're recharging with something that brings you joy, you're exercising, and you're just setting those boundaries. So if you want to have a successful business, make sure that you are following the 3 legs of success, and teach your team this. Teach your team this. I have this posted up in my office so that I can make sure that I am living by the 3 legs of success, and that these are the things that are going to be income producing and bring you money. Okay, so make sure that this is something that you are talking about and training on. This is all you need to have a successful business. It's very hard for those to be balanced. And I think that there is sort of like a fluctuation, but if you see yourself getting really low in one area, find yourself an accountability partner that can call you out and ask you, well, how are you doing with sponsoring? When was the last time you sponsored somebody? And if that number is 0, how are your sales? Are your sales high? or your sales low? Are you meeting new people? Ask yourself those questions. You're a director. You got here for a reason. Make sure that you are having a balanced business.